Hi, how y'all doing? It is, what's the date today? October the 21st, 2025. It's Tuesday. Here in Ontario, Canada, cloud covered again. It was sun in the rise, but it got covered up pretty quick. So, hmm, stuff they don't want us to see going on up there. Um, I slept good last night. I only woke up once around 4. Went back to sleep, and my son's alarm woke me up at 7. So, I'm grateful. I am. Hawa. Great Spirit, Mother Earth, or Mother Universe, Father Spirit, right? Hawa. Um, had a dream last night. I dreamt again, right? All the time. It never stops. The last one that I remember, though, I was sitting there with an old man and an old woman, older than me, right? And they were arguing. And the woman, and I went to see what was wrong. And she goes, he burnt, no, it went to the old man. And I said, what's wrong? And he says, she burnt my dog, right? I went to the old woman and I said, what's wrong? He got my cat wet, right? And I was like, okay. And I looked up, they're both little creatures, right? I looked at them. One was just singed and the other one was wet, right? And I was like, it's not bad. And they were butting heads, right? And I was trying to figure out how to help them. And then I woke up. So whatever that symbolism is about. So yeah, I woke up with a song in my head too. I realized that the reason why I hear songs all the time is the way one of my ancestors or spirits talking to me, right? The song in the rise today was "Isn't It Ironic, Don't You Think?" by Alanis Morissette, right? And I thought, hmm, something's ironic. It's like rain on your wedding day. Stuff like that, right? I'm in thought right now. I'm not sure what's happening. I must be getting a download. A blue jay was in my tree again in the rise, a male, and he left quickly, right? It wasn't there for very long, but made me see him. A big one too, right? So I looked up the meaning of blue jay symbol, spiritual, right? So I'll read you them. So some of them are the blue jay's symbolism in spirituality is messenger of clarity, symbol of intelligence, courage to stand out, adaptability and change, connection to the divine, reminder of balance, protector of boundaries, symbol of loyalty, harbinger of opportunity, voice of self expression, guardian of truth, symbol of community, guide for spiritual growth, a reminder of joy, and sign of resilience. I thought, huh, that's everything I've been doing, isn't it? Different, eh? We're in a time now because we're in Aquarius, and it's a planet, whatever other planet it is, can't remember now. Um, Means that's where you'll find your answers is in the spirit and spirituality, right? Which isn't religion. That's their shit. That's not for us, right? So you gotta throw that out. But symbolism is like waking up in the middle of the night and seeing numerology on the clock, like 333 or 555 or whatever. It's your spirit talking to you, your higher self, your inner self, your divine self, right? Because we're part of spirit and Big Mama Source, the universe. So, um, it's like, what were you thinking at that time, at that moment, when you've seen that? Or like when you're driving and you have a question, your thoughts are going on in your mind, you see license plates in front of you, it sticks out to you 999, 888, whatever, 818, 808, you know? It's what were you thinking? You know what I mean? It's the answer to what you're thinking about. Or being out for a walk and you have questions going on in your mind and you see a billboard and it has a phrase on it. That's your answer. The weirder, the stronger the answer is, right? So this is what we're going through now, right? Now that we're in Scorpio, happened today, right? The energy of Scorpio. So that's my opposite sign as a Taurus. It means I'm in balance. It's my mirror, right? My son, I have 2 sons that are Scorpio and a female, my daughter, one of my daughters, right? So, yeah. And plus the number 44 follows me around, right? On all my straw man cards. Social insurance number, your driver's license, telephone number, all add up to 44, right? Which is the number of balance. So, got balance all around me, don't you know? Last night, my friend Tass came over. A man that's her friend was coming to visit her, and her son, for some reason, didn't want him to come into her house, right? So she said, I come over to see if maybe you wanted to have a visit with us, right? Like, you're sitting here. And I was like, I'm really not up to it. I was already in my 90, right? I said, I'm exhausted. And I explained to her why. And she was like, oh, okay. And I said, if it was my son, he doesn't have the right to tell me who I can and cannot have in my home. He doesn't pay the rent. I do. My name is on the lease, not his, right? I said, just tell him to go to his room and mind your manners. You know what I mean, kind of thing. So I don't know what happened, right? I don't know. It doesn't matter, right? But that was boundaries. I could have people pleased and said, yeah, okay. Felt bad, right? And came up, got dressed, and went back down. But I had to look after myself. That's self-love, right? Boundaries. So, yeah. So all our messages are gonna be through symbolism now. Well, mine have always been symbolism, right? Symbols be thrown at me all my life. I just wasn't awake the whole time. I was living in survival mode, trauma, right? Domestic prisoner of war situations, you know? Both my exes tried to kill me, both my ex-husbands, right? Stuff like that, you know? So I never had time to, I never felt the connection. It was always there. I just never paid much mind to it. My mind was too scattered trying to stay alive. So, yeah, right? So just bringing this to your attention. You know what I mean? Symbolism. What kind of symbols are around you? Feathers. You come across a feather? It's meant for you, right? It's a gift from spirit. It's got a meaning. Pick it up, you know? Stuff like that. Oh, my mind keeps on jumping all over the place. Something's going on. What else? I wrote some stuff down, so I'm just making sure I cover everything I wanted to talk about. I wonder what your zodiac sign, what's your opposite, all right? That's the spiritual power that you'll be working with, you know? So maybe look it up. What's the opposite of whatever sign you are, right? And it'll tell you. And so you look at that sign, see what it's, look up what its spiritual power is, and work with that. Another what? I wrote it too small. I can't see it. Hang on, I'll get it. Oh, that's what it is too. Ancestors, right? We have a lot of ancestors. Lots. I don't think we can count them because we don't know for true how long we've been here, right? So, when you want to do something or want to know something, ask yourself, or spirit, Hawa, right? Which ancestor is the best at whatever it is you want to do, right? Let's say psychic abilities, then all the rest, most profound at it, most good at it, right? And channel the energy through me so that I may understand and overstand. Hawa. All right? Because you have good ancestors and bad ancestors. So you want to use the good ones when you have questions you need answered. Okay? Okay. Protection. If you're one of the chosen, one of the good bloodlines, benevolent ones, you know what I mean? Nothing's gonna touch you. Just ask for protection for you and your loved ones, right? Your family line, the people that you care the most about, and trust that they are protected. It's all about faith, right? You've already wrote this down in your book of life. So I do it all the time. I've done it for years now. Because even though some of my family members don't like me, doesn't mean I still don't love them. It just means I don't have to go there. I can love them from afar, right? And send protection. So, yeah, let the world crumble around you. You know what I mean? Don't get involved in it. Keep your boundaries up. Just sit and let the chaos unfold around you. You look at it out your window. Just don't react. Don't give it no mind, really. Because the doom and gloom comes for them, not you. You know? If that's not the way you see it, that's not what you're attracting. So that's what I say all the time when I watch YouTubers and they start going in the fear and stuff like that, right? I'd be like, ooh, the doom and gloom's coming for him, you know? I just feel the vibration and it makes my body get tense. So I shut it off because it ain't resonating with me. Because that's not the way my soul feels and what it knows. We're in the age of Aquarius. It's about what you know. All right? I know that we've already won. We're going to much better places. And the vibration of the earth is rising with the solar flares, the CMEs, that kind of stuff. We're getting downloaded. Our DNA is changing. It's getting better. It really is. And that's what I attract to myself, right? For me and my loved ones. So, yeah, if you're worried about protection, protect yourself. Because the Agent Smiths and those NPCs will try to get you whatever way they can because they're clinging at straws right now, trying to climb back up because they're almost in the friggin' fire, right? Don't let it. Don't let them. You know? Let's protect yourself. I'm protected wherever I go. My ancestors are always with me. They're in my DNA. There's thousands upon thousands of them, right? So, yeah. All right. Next subject. Maybe I've already covered it. We'll see. Yes, I already covered it. I was jumping all over the place I didn't stay in on my list, but I covered it. My son slept better too. I asked about 5 or 6 people yesterday about the exhaustion. They said, yep, they were feeling it too. They didn't sleep well either. I said, oh, so it was a thing. It was a synchronicity, no coincidences in my realm, right? So something was happening. It says the Schuman was at 11 yesterday again. So I'm not sure about that because I see another post on Facebook that said from the Schuman said it was 8. But I'm going to say that it was 11. And that means it was 11 again because the day before was an 11, which actually, seeing as how we're going into the new moon, 11 would be a gateway. 2 pillars, right? I apologize for that. But we shouldn't be picky about that either. You know what I mean? All the stuff that we learned about up to now has been everything that we needed to know, right? Like all their symbolism they stole and used it for their satanic stuff, and the words, the R-E-D in front of words and stuff like that. Now we know it. We're meant to know it. And we can still use it because we're not putting energy towards what they, right? They made it to be for them because it was their secret code, right? Their symbolism was their downfall. So, yeah. I got lost there for a minute. Don't ask me why. I think I'm getting downloaded. I made an intention earlier, so maybe it's one of my ancestors coming through to give me an answer. Because I did ask one of my ancestors, who put the Sphinx there? They are all over the realm, right? Who was it that put the Sphinx where it is? Help me understand and overstand. All right? Because it was here before any of the invading Egyptian, the Anunnaki came. You know what I mean? That became the Egyptians kind of thing. Egypt is in America, not over there. That's just a copy for their story to play out, right? Israel is in America, not over there, right? That was just a copy. There's two of everything, remember? You can look it up. Just like there's a Bracebridge in the United States, just like there's an Ontario in the United States. No, Bracebridge is in England. Ontario is in the United States. There's Huntsvilles all over the place, right? So, yeah. Just to confuse, to weave their story, their false narrative. So, yeah. I think they're planning on making it rain here. Oh well. My energy's high today. I'm feeling good. Symptoms, I have a bit of pressure in the head, in my spine, a bit, but not as intense as it has been. Alright? And I feel good. Joy. Harmony. Right? Good things are happening. That's what it is. I can feel it. So yeah. Alright. That's enough. I love y'all's consciousness. Every day I'm stronger than the day before. Every day I have more wisdom than the day before. Every day I'm balanced more than the day before. And I'm always, always in gratitude. Now, I love you as consciousness. Have joy in this night or day. Okay? Okay. Bye. Wave me away.